Well, hello, my lords and ladies, and welcome to a new little series for Age of Sigmar. It's the Age of Sigmar week. We're going to be doing the Helsmiths of Hashut, I think that's how you say it, Infernal Cohort. These are the grunts. We're going to be doing several of these. It's not a huge box. There's a lot of different models, so we're going to be painting different one. First off, I want to say thank you to all of my YouTube members. You are going to get early access to this. This video will be out Friday, but you'll get access to it the Sunday before. So, yeah, you. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, whatever you got to do. Or not, whatever. But without further ado, let's go. Alright, the first thing I did, obviously, that you can see here is I put some Stirland Mud down onto the base and then spray painted all in black and then white from above. That creates that zenithal highlighting that we're looking for. So for the face, the skin, there's not much of it. It's a very small surface. We're just going to put some Agrax Earthsahde in there. Next, we're going to go over a vast majority of this in some Black Legion. There are numerous parts, so the beard, which I did mix with a little bit of Lamia medium in that one, and the arms as well. So follow along and pause it if you need to, or go back and rewatch it, as we are going to go through several shots here. Now, I think this is the standout portion of these miniatures and is the pink area. So we're going to use some Sigvald Burbundy on there. Now, I did use some Lamia medium in here, but it might be better, and I'm probably going to use just straight out of the pot for the rest of them because it did look a little too translucent for me. But it's up to you. Alright, now we are going to paint the bronze portion of it. I know this is copper pipe, but you can use the bronze colors. This is copper pipe from P3, but you can use whatever bronze color you got from Citadel or Model Color or whatever. There is a lot of this in this miniature. A vast majority of this miniature is this bronze color. It is the overwhelming look of the miniature, so we're going to spend some quality time doing this. There are several shots. Please follow along. Shield, feet, hands, head, shoulders, chest, the whole works. So follow along while I'm doing this. All right, another large focal point of this miniature is going to be the gold areas. So there's the top part of the shield, or just the design of the shield. There's going to be the piece on top of the helmet as well, and some other areas. Again, this is going to be 3 multiple shots, so again, follow along. I go over all the areas you need to paint, and just enjoy the paint. Listen to a book, some music, put some TV on, movie, whatever you got, and just enjoy the painting. Alright, for all of our metal pieces on the armor around the skirt area and then the sword itself, we're going to be doing some Iron Warriors. We're going to be doing a different color on the shield itself, so don't paint this in Iron Warriors. So don't paint that in Iron Warriors. You know what I meant. Alright, for the shield, we are going to do some Canoptek Alloy. Again, this is kind of a bronzish, got a little tint of bronze to it, but it's more of a metallic look to it, so we're going to use that on the shield. Don't forget to do the back as well. I know this is kind of blurry. This camera sometimes just does not want to cooperate. We're going to do some Leadbelcher around the middle pieces, on the forehead, and on the shield as well. I did take a 50-50 mix of Lamia Medium and Wildwood. I did these little backpacks just to get that natural white to stick through, and basically that's all you need to do for those, unless you really want to highlight them up, but that's up to you. Now we're going to go back to that Retributor Armour and do that little sword on the side. This is the second miniature I painted this week with swords on the side. This was the skeletons and now this, and I have forgotten both of them, so I had to go back and do them. Little thing is easy to miss. And finally, for your final base coat, we're going to do those little teeth and some Morghast Bone, and we are done with the base colors. Alright, going back to our Agrax Earthsahde, we're going to put this all over the bronze. So this will create a lot of depth when we need, and give us that liquid talent that makes us look so good on the table. I know. It's a necessity though, unless you just don't want to do it. For all of our metallics, we are going to do some Nulin Oil. This is no surprise whatsoever. And for all of our gold, we're going to do some Reikland Fleshshade to end the shading on this thing and then let it dry completely. Alright, working on the sash, we're going to do some Emperor's Children. And basically all we're doing is doing some outlining of it. We're going to put a little bit of strikes or, you know, straight lines here and there, but for the most part we are really going to just do the outline. And again, this is why I kind of said I should have done it right out of the pot, because it is very light. This is somewhat hard to notice. You can see it definitely, but it's not as vibrant as it would be as if it was straight Sigvald Burbundy with the Emperor's Children on top of it. So again, we're going to fix that in upcoming episodes. This is the first one of these miniatures we've ever painted, as it is a brand new faction. So it is what it is. Next, we're going to do a little bit of Dawnstone. We're going to do this on all of our black areas, to include the beard coming down from the Infernal Cohort. So go ahead and go over all of that, and yeah. Alright, working on the skin, we're going to do a little bit of Flayed One Flesh on our skin. Now again, there's not much. You can see a little bit of the nose sticking out, the lip obviously, and then a little bit of the cheekbones. It is very hard to see, it is very small, so use a very small brush. And then to brighten up that skin just a little bit more, we're going to do some Screaming Skull. Again, be very careful, it's very small. Alright, to brighten up our chainmail, we are going to do some Leadbelcher. We're also going to use this on the sword, but if you notice that the sword has a line going down the middle, all we're going to do is paint just one side of that line. I picked the right-hand side when we're looking away from it, and on the interior of it, I picked the left side, right side. Right side on both sides. You know what I mean? So to kind of give it that contrast look of light versus dark metal. We're going to do a quick reapplication of Canoptek Alloy. And again, we're just kind of going over the raised areas. We're not getting every little nook and cranny. We're just making it a little bit bright. All right, for our highlights on our bronze area, we're going to do some straight Ruin Lord brass. Now this is kind of give an impression of a little bit of a metallic. It is a metallic, but more of a silver, but it works real well on top of this color. So we're going to go over and do a lot of edge highlighting. So use a very small brush. Don't go crazy on this. Less is more. And we're just really going around the edge. So follow along here. This is a long clip. For all of our gold areas, we're going to do some Liberator Gold to brighten it up. Again, do not get any into the recesses, just the raised areas to brighten up that gold. We're going to do some white. The reason we're doing this white is because we got to get those eyeballs. Again, this is super hard because they're super tiny. They're so hard to see. But do the best you can to get some white in there. And then do some Belil red in that white area, along with doing it into the gem sockets of our miniature. And then we're getting close. This should be your favorite part of painting the miniature because it means you're almost done. We're going to do some Black Templar or Black Legion, whatever you have. We're going to do all over the white base and then the rim of the base as well. And once that rim is dry, paint that thing in Abaddon Black, because I forgot to record that. Not that you needed that. And finally, we're just going to do a quick dry brush of the base in white to make our cohorts uniform for the rest of the army. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That is our first cohort done. We've got several more to do. Again, we're going to sprinkle these in here and there, you know. But it did turn out pretty good. For the first one I've done, I've got to improve on some things on this, but it is a quick way to do this, or a quicker way, I guess you could say, mixing the regular paints with the contrast paints, so on and so forth. So, that is all for this episode. We're going to have more of this to come. If you would like this content, please leave me a comment. Think about becoming a YouTube member so you get early access to this. Again, this video is going to be out on Friday for everybody else, but for the YouTube members, they will see it Sunday night. So, yay, you guys. All right, that is it. We're going to try and squeeze in some Chronicles of Drunagar next week and some other stuff. But thank you for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. All right. Paint out!